Good morning. What's going on? Let's get into it. Just a little update video. I know I didn't get into the charts yesterday, so we're going to do that this morning for you guys. It's Friday. We got a stream later on today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's jump into it. I thought this was kind of cool. Mr. Sailor himself coming out when Bitcoin reaching this all-time high in your country. Well, who knows what's going on with inflation these days, right? So let's jump into the charts, my friends. Market cipher is king. Let's see what's going on with Bitcoin. And we know the S&P is up. We got that NVIDIA pump. However, we did have Crypto Blood on our show yesterday. That was quite fun. I hope you guys are enjoying that. Let me know if you guys want update videos in the morning in the comments below. Just throw me a 1 or an otter as usual. Okay, so what are we looking at here on Bitcoin? Okay, so I got 2 levels that I've sent to you guys on the Discord. Free Discord link is in the description below. However, we are looking like we want to roll over a little bit here. Now, the 4-hour to me is looking a bit bearish, where we can see we got the double top here. This sort of slow crawl here, right? And you can see that the money flow is coming out and we have turned red. Okay, this is we have a lot of buying pressure right now. So for me, this could just do like some sort of simple dip down here and then get bought back up. I think there's a lot of bulls still wanting to control the narrative here. And the more we chop sideways here, I believe the bigger picture is that we are going to continue upwards. Okay, so I'm not being bearish. I'm just being realistic. It is Friday, so we are going into the beautiful weekend volatility, and we know the weekends have been a lot more boring recently. Maybe it's the ETF and stuff like that. So for Bitcoin, I'm being patient, waiting for this to roll over. I noticed that on the 4-hour. Now we're going to flip over to the daily, and we can simply see that we had this red dot playing out. And this is actually quite interesting. So we can see that the VWAP is down below here on Market Cipher, and we do have posturing to the downside on the stochastics. However, we have seen these kind of reversals over the weekend because we tend to chop sideways, and then we could see a push back up, right? Money flow still remains in the green there. And to me, this is still looking pretty good. The 3-day, obviously, this money flow is insane. And then we got the VWAP now coming down to the 0 line on these higher term, like the 4 and the 5, right? So we can see that the VWAP is starting to come to the 0 line where we are looking for a bounce. Okay, we're looking for that bounce over the weekend. If we get a couple more prints here on the weekend, we could be looking for a continuation. Now, the weekly candle coming into Sunday is looking like a retracement, not so bearish. So today for the trading day, what am I looking for on Bitcoin? I'm looking for this downtrend to be broken. You can see the big downtrend, but if I'm trading the short-term time frames, I want to see this downtrend here broken and then maybe hold that as support. We can see that also when I go to the range here and we zoom out a little bit, we can pull like a naked point of control over here, and we can line that up with what we're looking at here. So that marks out quite nicely. We'll mark out that level as well, which is within this buy zone. And I will share this buy zone in the Discord, like I said, but this is going to be my target area of where I'm looking for some sort of swing failure pattern to the downside, grabbing some liquidity down here and possibly freaking out a couple people. To the upside, I mean, we want to see this area held, and then we want to see a continuation upwards. If I pull up the volume in the VWAP, what can we see here? We can see a steady decline in volume. Okay, so that's indicative of a cool off right here. We aren't really pushing up on the volume, so I want to be patient here and allow price to come to me. With the VWAP, we can see we're just chopping within it, right? We haven't really had a move away from the VWAP to bring us back to, so I'll be watching for that. If we do get pushed away from the VWAP, let's say we chop down, drop a bit, I would look for that trade entry to come back up. Okay, so that's what I'd be looking for on that. As for altcoins, Ethereum seems to be holding a nice trend line. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit of a bounce here. This is holding, so maybe we get a bounce in today where we can see a continuation and a push up, because we know the narrative is Ethereum, Matic, Optimism, and Arbitrum. Really, it's really been pushing, so let's watch for these. Let's see if we can get those bounces. We got that aggressive push yesterday on Matic, and then we've cooled off and pushed back down, so be patient with these. I mean, don't overtrade today. I think a nice weekend to kind of set the tone would be better, till we can see what price action is going to give us. We just had that AI narrative, right? So we had the big pumps on FET and render and things like that. So be very patient here. Looking at Solana, same kind of thing. Solana's kind of been suppressed. I mean, ETH is kind of taking the reins, so we're watching that. Same with AVAX. Okay, we can see the curl over there. So be patient with these. HBAR has had a nice double top that I noticed. Okay, go to the 1 hour. We can see the double top here and the rejection coming down. This to me could be a possible short opportunity if we fail to hold this area right here at 11 cents. Okay, if we roll over, because there is a nice bunch of gaps here that we could be looking to fill. Other than that, guys, make sure to be safe. Smash that like button. If you guys are enjoying this little morning update, I don't mind doing them for you guys, just so you guys are looking at what I'm looking at. But the Dixie, yeah, Dixie got rejected off a red zone here, continuing down. The S&P is looking strong as usual. That NVIDIA thing really is carrying the market, right? And we look across the board here on the heat map. What volatility do we have? What's moving? Yeah, Filecoin, Render, Beam. So we got a little bit of gaming and Render. So I am a big holder of Render and Beam. So that's pretty sweet for me, man. That's pretty sweet for me. If we go over, let me check out some of these things. Let's go see Render, and let's go see Beam. Yeah, Beam had that massive push right up to 34 cents. Yeah, and we were buying down here around 16. So probably due for a cool down, right? Probably due for a cool down. With Render, it's that narrative, right? We dropped 10 grand down here, and we're pretty stoked. We've 2x our money, I believe now. Yeah, so this is doing pretty well. We'll see if we can ride this AI narrative. Much love to you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Smash that like button. I'll see you guys later on, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get it.